We have part 2 now. It says, please find for us d dz of now z squared multiplying. So we have z squared multiplying z squared multiplying the square root of 2z plus 6. Okay. So if we don't want to confuse, we can put the z like this: 2z plus 6. Okay. Please find for us this. So now, can I ask you, what is going on here? We have z squared and we have this. So what should we do? Let's translate this. Okay. So let me put it this side to say we are getting, let me change the crayon. We are getting d dz of, let me increase the size of this thing. d dz of z squared multiplying the square root of 2z plus 6. What is this going to be? We can say it's going to be d dz of z squared multiplying 2z plus 6. This is 2z plus 6 to the power of half, because it's the square root of this. Now, what do we have when we've seen anything like this? We have z squared and we have this. How do we get it? This is product rule. These are two different things that are actually, let me put it there. Good. We want a good, strong, thick crayon. These are two different things that are actually multiplying. We have a z squared and we have this z to the power of half. Okay. Now we can never make them multiply before we have done the squares. Okay. This power, because the law says brackets, then indices. Okay. Then division, multiplication, then addition, subtraction. So you should do brackets first, things inside brackets, then you do indices. So we would have to first add these two, then we do this power before we can multiply. Okay, before we can do this multiply. So that means these things are actually just two separate things. So you can now say it's d dz of this. Now you'll be saying let, when you are here, you now say let, you skip a line, you now say let u be equal to z squared, which is this first one, and you can now say v be now equal to this second one, which is 2z plus 6. Okay, 2z plus 6 to the power of half, because these are now two things multiplying. So we are now using the product rule. This is a function, here is a function. So what is u prime? It is going to be 2z. You drop the power, right? You drop the power, you reduce it by 1, so it's just 2z. Then now what is here? V prime. V prime is, what do you do? This one is easy. Here is our chain rule. What did we say? Chain rule shortcut. Chain rule shortcut is you are just going to differentiate the outside, multiply by derivative of the inside. So you differentiate the outside without changing the inside. So let's start with the outside. What is the power? Half. You drop it. Half. Then the inside does not change. It's still 2z plus 6. But now the power reduced by 1 is now to the negative half. Okay, because you say half minus 1. Okay, here we are differentiating the outside, which using the power rule. Drop the power, reduce it by 1. So it's going to be half. Then 2x plus 6 to the negative half, because you just say open bracket 1 over 2 close bracket minus 1. You get an answer. Remember to say second function, then a, b over c. You get it as a negative half. Then you multiply by the derivative of the inside, which is the derivative of 2z plus 6. The derivative of 2z is just 2. Derivative of 6 is nothing. So we have it, it's multiplying 2. What are we going to have? Half times 2, they cancel. You have 2z plus 6 to the power of negative half. This is now the v prime. And then we have a u prime. Now we can come and say, all right, now we've got a lot of things that we needed. Let's go ahead and let us find what we actually need, which is just the derivative. So you can now say d dx, which is the derivative of the thing you would have put here, z squared. Okay, z squared multiplying this 2z plus 6, so 2z plus 6 to the power of half. This is equal to, now we use the product rule. What is the product rule? The second says, it says the second times derivative of the first plus the first times derivative of the second. Okay, second times derivative of the first plus the first times derivative of the second. So what is the second now? It is just 2z plus 6 to the power of half. We multiply by the derivative of the first, which is by 2z. Then we add now u. What is u? The first, which is z squared, and it's multiplying the derivative of the second, which is this. Okay, it's now multiplying 2z plus 6 to the power of negative half. Okay, so what are we going to end up having? We're going to end up having 2z multiplying 2z plus 6 to the power of half. Then we say plus, here we now have z squared multiplying 2z plus 6 to the power of negative half. which we can have this is going to be 2z, and here it is just 2z plus 6 to the power of half. You can just put it for one more time, 2z plus 6 to the power of half. Then it's going to be plus, we can have now z squared over, because this is to the negative half, it now goes in the denominator, 2z plus 6 to the power of positive half. Now it's in the denominator, it can be positive. This is going to be 2z multiplying root of 2z plus 6. Plus, here we now have z squared divided by the root of 2z plus 6. This is what we will have, and this is going to be our final solution, and we would be done. This is the derivative, and you can go on to the next thing. Okay, goodbye for now. We meet in the next one. Bye.